Welcome to the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast, where we talk life, love, and everything in between. I am your host, Jason Gerard, and welcome back to another episode, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Now, for those of you all who don't know, for those of you all, I don't know if you're under a rock or where you've been, but today is our season finale. Yeah. We are at the end of season 2, and this has been a journey of life lessons and memories made and hurdles jumped, and all of it has made me stronger. And I hope that you all have been following along with me, and I hope that you all have learned some things along the way, and it's made you stronger, and you've enjoyed the conversations that we've had here at the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast. Now, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is about me. It's all about me. Forget about you. Shout out to Maya. This episode is called My Me Era. And it's just that, my me era. Get into it. What that means is ultimately choosing yourself without guilt, without apology, without having to consider this and that and that and this. This is about walking in everything that is you, without apology. I think I just said that, but I'm going to say it again. Without apology, learning to find your way, find your space, find your lane, and realizing how much you belong here, how much it is okay for you to take up space, how much space is actually yours for the taking. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this episode is about, And so, again, what it means is actually choosing myself without guilt and finally considering my needs in the decisions that I need to make. That's what that means. It means protecting my peace, respecting my standards, and not being an afterthought in my own life. Let me say that again. It means respecting my peace and my boundaries and not being an afterthought in my own life. So many times I have put myself second, third, fourth, fifth, subconsciously believing that I guess others were better than me, or that their obligations were better than me, or just not having the right esteem about myself to consider myself the way I should. And more often than not, that has left me uh ass out, to be frank. And so, learning now at 44, maybe some of you all have learned this earlier, and I applaud your efforts in that. However, my life ain't been no crystal stair, okay? Maybe I done been through some things. And so for that, I'm learning some things as I get through things, you understand? And so it took some time, and it took a lot of hurdles to really come to these spaces of actually choosing myself and not worrying about the backlash of it, or who's going to leave and who's going to stay, and because I'm not doing this and because I'm not doing that now. um it just, this was needed. It was needed. And the old version of me made certain choices. This version of me moves differently. I think I spent so much time again wanting to be validated, wanting to solidify relationships, wanting tribes so much, and friendship and camaraderies with people so much, that I didn't see how I was being treated in the interim of it, or in the process of doing that. And it's not all about people, because I don't blame everybody for the decisions that I've made. You know what I'm saying? But people will take advantage of you if you let them. And I can look back and say that I let people take advantage of me, and it didn't work in my favor. I spent a lot of time rebuilding because of stuff like that, but here I am, and so I think what changed along the way was life has a way of teaching you through relationships, disappointments, growth, and hard truths. And I think I went through enough of those scenarios to finally realize that I have to put me first. I'm going to continue to drown, and people are just coming to watch me drown. You know what I mean? I don't want friendships and relationships that are built on dynamics of woe is me, or he's always going through something, or this or that. Like, no, I don't want to establish dynamics like that in relationships. And I can look back and see how I met people under those dynamics. And I wasn't being treated as an equal. I was being pitied. And in the moment, you may think that's what you need, but you don't. You need people around you who see you as an equal, who lift you up when you're down, who don't use you being down to make them feel up. I've had relationships where people I felt like relied on me being down, relied on me going through things in order to make themselves feel better about themselves. And that's not friendship. That's not relationship. That is someone um, gaining off of your misfortune ultimately. And I know that there were seasons I've gave too much. I looked for validation. I held on to things that no longer fit me. And I know I did a lot of that just out of fear of what was on the other side. Sometimes we hold on to people and we hold on to relationships and things because we're afraid of what's on the other side. What if I don't have anybody? At least this is, something. I got somebody to talk to. They treat me like shit. And I know that they think they're better than me. And I know that they're judging me for my life and the mistakes that I've made. But this all I have. And getting to a space of letting go of that and the fear of what's on the other side of choosing you um, has been a game changer for me. I got to a point where I knew that these relationships weren't for me. I knew that the things that I was doing weren't beneficial and weren't being reciprocated the same way, or more so than that. I knew that I was being taken for granted. And that's a bad space to be in when you're valuing people so much and they're just kind of, you can go or you can stay, or you're just an afterthought to them. And meanwhile, you have built your world around them. And I had to learn from that. And I had to um, really take a lot of stock in myself. And I got tired of feeling that way. Um, at some point, I had to ask myself, is this healthy for me? Is this healthy? Why am I like sacrificing myself like this for what? Is this healthy for me? Is this peaceful for me? Is this helping me grow? Are these relationships helping me grow in any way at all? Or are they kind of keeping me in the same space because they need to be it's helping them go where they need to go, and getting to a space of realizing how important it is to choose me has helped me to reshape a lot of my relationships, my dynamics, even the goals that I set for myself. I'm in my own little personal bubble, y'all. I don't bother nobody. I barely be on social media. I used to be on social media with the shit, baby. Well, not necessarily, but if you tried me, if you try 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 me, I'm gonna get that ass. And that was the mentality for a really long time, and so even on social media, I be on my I post my stuff on my podcast on my podcast page, and I mind my business. I don't know what's going on with people. I don't see the shade because I'm not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see people that I don't deal with anymore because I'm not looking for them. And it life is a lot better. Life is a lot more peaceful when I'm not carrying around other people's burdens and other people's drama and trauma and being this trauma board for people, you know, listening to this and listening to that. Now, don't get me wrong. I listen to my friends and good friends and vice versa. Don't misunderstand me. But there is a space where people will come to you and just dump their traumas on you, dump their drama on you, and then leave. And then I'm an empath. So I'm left with all this stuff to deal with. And now that I have developed stronger boundaries for myself and not afraid to even sometimes say, I don't care. I don't care about that. Sue me. I don't care about that. I have a therapist that I talk to. I suggest you go get one too. And that's where I am today. You know what I mean? There's spaces where like I don't over explain myself anymore. Or say yes when I really mean no. You know, there was a lot of times where I would say yes because I didn't want to miss out, or I would say yes because I wanted to make sure that I was invited again. You know, if I say no, they're not going to invite me again. And, you know, this whole thing and over explaining myself to people writing 4-page letters. I'm sending him a 4-page letter. I don't know why I'm singing in my throat. But shout out to Aaliyah for writing that 4-page letter. Get it on time. Ooh, 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 hey. Boom, boom. Come on now. But I don't over explain anymore. I don't write these long paragraphs and things to people trying to let them know this and that, and it's not personal, and I hope you don't take it this way. Take it how you want to. Write a letter back. I don't care. Write a letter to your congressman. I don't care, baby. It doesn't matter today. It doesn't matter because Jason gonna do what Jason needs to do for me. And I know that I feel like I've been singing this song a lot this season, but this season has been just about that. Finding strength, finding my confidence, finding my esteem, finding who I am again. And just evolving into taking up space, more space than I've ever taken up before. There have been times in my life where things have happened to me, and those things have caused me to shrink out of shame, out of fear, out of fear of rejection, out of you name it. I'll leave it there. And I'm just not in that space anymore where I'm not where I am licking my wounds and carrying around these scarlet letters with me for the mistakes that I made when I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. And I'm not gonna continue to beat myself up for that. And I'm not gonna allow others to treat me less than either. So that's what I don't do. I don't chase people. I don't ignore red flags anymore. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If you don't like it, that's too damn bad. Um, that's it. That's where it's at. Um, I don't feel the need to chase people. I feel like my people will be my people. You know, if I gotta chase you down and beg you to this and beg you to that, then what? I mean, what does that say about me? What does it say about me? And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm kind of a big deal. And there's nothing in me that needs to chase and beg for company, friendship, loyalty, respect, um, reciprocity. Um, I don't have to beg for those things, and the right people will give me those things freely. Another thing I don't do is feel guilty for having boundaries anymore. I don't feel guilty about it. I feel like other people have had boundaries for years, and I've had to accommodate that and move in that manner. let people pick me up and put me down. And I know this may be hard for some of you all to hear, but not some of this, but this is my truth. I spent years that way, even though some people on the outside may not have known me to be that way. There were things that I was dealing with that had me this way, that made me believe that I have to shrink for camaraderie. I have to shrink for friends. I have to do this and do that just to be down, and the more often than not, when I did those things, it reminded me that I didn't have to, and that I was actually better than the people that I just thought I just had to be around in this whole thing. And when I say better than people, I mean better than people. I mean better than the things you do. I'm not better than people, but I'm better than your actions. I'm better than the company you keep. I'm better than how you carry yourself. So yeah, take it. So once I got to that space of really realizing that and reformulating my boundaries of what I do, what I don't do, I got to a space of moving completely different. And me moving differently now, I protect my time. I trust my instincts. I move with more intention. I speak up for myself, you know. Peace matters more to me now than your acceptance. Me knowing that I have handled myself in the proper manner and respected myself in situations means far more to me now than having you around. Because the people that are supposed to be around me would want me to respect myself. They would want me to speak up for myself. They would want me to take up space. They wouldn't want me to shrink so they could stand front center and that whole thing, and play the back. They wouldn't want that for me. And I've had friends who have wanted that for me for years. And we're not doing that anymore. We're done with it. You play the back. Bitch, I'm in the front. Hey, shout out to Lil Kim. Yeah. I don't know the rest of that lyric right now, but that's a Lil Kim lyric. You play the back. Bitch, I'm in the front. That's not a Lil Kim lyric. It's not. It is a Nicki Minaj lyric. Shame on me. That's a Nicki Minaj lyric. You play the back. Bitch, I'm in the front. Hey. I'm just saying. It's like that. That's where it's at today. And I feel good about it. I feel great about it, actually. Life has been great because I have continued to set these boundaries and continue to trust myself and love myself and believe in myself and give myself grace and forgive myself. Forgiveness to yourself is one of the greatest gifts you could give yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know earlier in life. Forgive yourself for the decisions you made when you didn't know any better. Forgive yourself for befriending people who didn't have good intentions towards you. But be grateful that you got on the other side of it. Be grateful for that. Those people are still talking about the old you. And look at you so far away from all of that, you can't even remember. Oh my God, I sure did. I don't even remember, love. So do that. Do that for you. And I don't know. I feel good about it. I feel good about that for me. And I hope that you take time to do that for yourself and walk into your me era. Cause this is my me era. I don't know what's ahead, but I know what's not ahead. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bullshit that I used to allow in the past. That's what's not coming. I'm looking forward to nothing but greatness ahead of me. I'm looking forward to great relationships, a great tribe. I'm looking forward to travels and new friendships and new experiences and new goals to be met. Um, I'm just looking forward to all of it, which takes me to my next which takes me to my next point about celebrating yourself and giving yourself more credit and enjoying your own company, because you have to. It is so much that you do on a daily basis. It takes so much to be you. No one knows what it takes to be you every day. No one knows what it takes for you to get out the bed every morning. No one knows the thoughts that you carry to bed with you at night but you. And it's important that you separate that from others so that you know how to handle your life, how to focus on your life. What do you think about the things that are going on in your life? You know what I mean? And those personal triumphs are triumphs, and they need to be celebrated and acknowledged, even if it's just with you. Even if it's just you. Like, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I am approaching my birthday. My birthday is coming very, very soon. It's tomorrow. Um, and I will be 44 years old. My birthday is coming up now, and I will be 44 years old. I repeat, my birthday is coming up, and I'm gonna be 44 years old. My birthday is coming up, and I'm gonna be 44 years old. Break it down now. Waka 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 waka. I'm just I'm just saying, my birthday is coming up, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm walking into this new year with gratitude, optimism, gratefulness. I can't think of any other adjectives right now, but a lot of good stuff that I'm walking into this new chapter, this new year in, and I'm so excited about it. So all the more, this is my me era walking into fofo. I keep the fofo under the pillow. Now I know that's a Lil' Kim line. I know that's a Lil' Kim line. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna follow back up with y'all. I know that's a Lil' Kim line. But walking into 44, the things that I thought I needed vindication from, redemption from, I've been waiting for this moment of redemption or vindication from things that have happened in my past, people who have done me wrong in my past. I've wanted to see some type of justification, some type of when will they get theirs and that whole thing. I'm just being honest. I've come to realize that me sitting here at this desk is my vindication. Me sitting here at this desk is my redemption. Me sitting here telling my truth is my win. That's the win. Well, they're still talking about the old me and things that they think they know about me or think they heard about me or this or that. I'm on season 2 of my podcast. You feel me? So I say that to you to tell you to let it go. Don't worry about when they gonna get theirs. They gonna get it. Trust me, they gonna get it. Don't worry about how this happened to me and this and that and what when am I gonna see this or that? You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're walking in it right now. You're walking in it right now. The vindication and the redemption and all of that you thought you needed from the things that have wronged you and things that have hurt you and all of that. You sitting where you're sitting today is the vindication. Those people not being in your life anymore is the redemption. Is all of that. You ever notice how people that are not in your life anymore, you don't see them anywhere? Baby, I don't see them. I don't see them. Baby, I don't see them. Not nowhere. Not on my timeline. Not when I go out to my local grocer. I don't see them nowhere. And that's how it's supposed to be. The past. I'm just saying. So yeah, my birthday's coming up tomorrow. Happy birthday to me. Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. I don't think those are the words, but it's okay. And we don't give a fuck. It's not your birthday. Bitch, it is my birthday. So, Taurus in the house. I'm just saying. So yeah. I am wrapping this up because I'm about to go celebrate my birthday, y'all. I'm not telling y'all my plans yet. Maybe we can talk about that next season if I come back. I don't know. What y'all think? Should I come back for season 3? Do y'all want another season of the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast? You tell me. I've enjoyed talking to you, but you tell me, y'all want more of this? Because we can go higher, dog. We can go higher. I'm just saying, you let me know. So yeah, I am walking into my me era officially. I am walking into 44 officially. I feel great. I look great. I talk great. I'm great. You better ask about it. I'm just saying. Um, so with that, thank you guys for tuning in this season. This has been an amazing season, guys. I've had guests on my podcast. I've seen some highs this season. I have seen some lows this season. I have had to pivot this season. I have learned some lessons this season. But more than anything, I am proud of me because I kept going. I kept going. When I tell you it's been some stuff that happened behind the scenes, guys, made you want to stop and go do something else. But the mission is far greater than any hurdle that has tried to come my way. So for that, I am forever grateful that I have stayed the course and saw this all the way through to the end of season 2. Now you know, boo. Just saying. I'm in my email. I am in my me era. And I've earned it. And I hope that you are in your me era too, because you earned it. So let's go me in together. I'm just saying, I'm in my me era, you in your me era. Let's go me in together. And if they got a problem with it, them. I'm just saying, listen. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, My Me Era, Season 2, Episode 8, Season Finale. This has been the Whole Truth, Nothing But the Truth podcast, where we talk life, love, and everything in between. I am your host, Jason Gerard. And until next time, bye.